But they did take all 3 points on this one. You say deserved, Shaka. Happy with what you saw from your former club there?
Yeah, I thought Newcastle played particularly well. Forest are a decent team, but then Lady Luck not really with you, and then that call goes against you, but you keep going to the end and get what I felt. I thought Newcastle would be better with you.
And still another game to play, as you can see here. Stevie, have you got Newcastle? And we're changing every week who's going to take that top 4 spot. Who are you saying today?
I'm still going to stick with Spurs.
You've got a Spurs. Last time I talked to you was Liverpool.
No, but he's sticking with them from the time before that.
And it depends, I'm not on every night, but...
That was about a week ago.
That
was about a week ago.
So you're sticking with Spurs now?
I'm going to go with Spurs.
What about what you've seen from Newcastle, Robbo? Do you think they can nick that 4th spot?
Well, they're back playing to somewhere near the best, and the manager's made a good decision to get Isak back in the side. He was easing him back by playing him, in the second half of games. Callum Wilson was having a really poor time, the centre-forward. I thought all their build-up play was good, and Callum Wilson was letting them down to a certain degree. But they looked to be back to where they were maybe a month or so ago before they had their poor run. They played at pace, they got crosses into the box. Isak led the line really well. It was a good performance from them. They deserved to win by more than just the odd goal today.
Top 4 for them, though, Stewart?
Yeah, well, actually, it was last Friday. We all said Liverpool. Then they lost it to Bournemouth, and then we obviously all gone away from that. I still don't fancy Spurs at the moment, so I'm going to go with Newcastle with the bit between their teeth, with Isak playing well, and maybe a settled side from Eddie Howe. It's a disappointment they won't have Almiron, though.
Stevie's going to change his mind next week anyway, not for Newcastle next week.
and see stuck with them.
Some big news from, bottom of the Premier League. Let's go to the relegation battle, obviously, because obviously what we've seen from Forest there today is so tight there at the bottom. Pretty much, 5 points within so many teams, and you can see many of those teams that are at the bottom 3 as it stands, Bournemouth, Leeds United and Southampton. What are your thoughts on it, Stevie?
It's honestly hard for me to look past the bottom 3. I would put my money on the bottom 3 being there at the end. At the same time, as you can see, all the way up to Palace, I mean, a couple of freak results for any of those 3, and all of a sudden they're way up in 12th place. So, as much as I'm saying the bottom 3 right now, it's not going to take an awful lot to get yourself out of it. At the same time, these 3 look as though they don't know how to win a game of football. Unless you're Bournemouth against Liverpool.
Right, unless you are that.
But as I said, generally over the season, these 3 teams look as though they don't know how to win a game of football. So I'm going to stick with them.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.